go. We made it to the City of Rocks State Park and Campground. Ron thinks he's funny. Throughout the park, there are just picnic tables sitting where you can have lunch if you're not renting a campsite. So you'd just be a day use person. This is one of them, 2 picnic tables. Let's go check out all the campsites in this big campground that's almost a mile long. There's a big variety in sizes and shapes of campsites, so pay close attention. Campsite number 1 is directly across from the visitor center, up a driveway. So you'd have to drive up and then back in over here. And this is site number 2. And it's up a drive that kind of loops around. It's very cool. This would fit any vehicle. And it's got a picnic table. It doesn't have any trees. But let me show you the maze back here. So you can walk from your campsite straight back into the maze of the City of Rocks, that way or this way. How beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at that. Three, 4, and 5 are up this dirt road. You come up, there's 5 up behind these rocks. It's actually not bad. It's got a little raised area up there, but it doesn't look real flat, so I would say small camper. Yeah, this would be nice for a Class C. Yeah, you could back all the way back. This one's number 8. Definitely perfect for a pop-up or tent or a Class C. And this is site number 3. And it is a steep slope. I don't know how they expect you to park unless you park your camper way over here and then it's sloped the other direction. Yeah, I wouldn't use this one at all. And this is number 4. I would guess you back all the way up here, yeah. One thing too is they have trash cans at every campsite, but they're enclosed in these little block brick stone containers, so they're not so ugly. What do you think of that one? Huh. I don't think I would do that unless you were in a Jeep or something. You would have to put your camper right there, but it looks pretty level. Well, as level as any of the sites are, really. But it's got a nice little alcove for your picnic table. That's really kind of cool. Nice big tree with a birdhouse. I think there's 2 more campsites up the dirt road this way. We just came around the corner there, up the dirt road. This is another site that we had been interested in, but it was booked already. It's number 9 Phoenix, and it's got kind of a cool little U-shaped driveway. You can see the driveway there kind of use up to the site. Okay, this one is number 7. Looks like it's only one site back here, but as Ron just said, there is nothing level about this site. I guess you could get level somehow, but it's a cool site. Lots of rocks to climb on. There is a group campground here, but it's closed right now for obvious reasons. But it's got a large pavilion, and I'm guessing there are camp spots for tents back there. It doesn't look like any trailer or anything could get back there. So there is the pavilion that says City of Rocks Group Shelter Fee Area. But I see some campsites back there with names. So I don't know how that works. This is another site with an interesting drive up. You have to drive up this driveway. I guess we'd have to back our camper all the way up and try to put it right there. But that would work. Look at the setting. This is one of the walk-in sites here. The campsite is actually up the hill there. You have to walk up the hill. Looks like a nice site though for a tent back there under that tree. That's kind of cool if you're tent camping. This campsite is pretty amazing. It's got a raised wall area with the picnic table and trees. And then you pull in from the road into this whole little cove, alcove of huge, massive boulders. How cool is that? And what a view. It's directly across from all the electric sites, which are just a little parking lot with pavilions and hookups. This is site number 14, Gemini. That's kind of nice. It's just a pull off the road, but it's got a nice big parking area and a step up to the picnic table. There's another shot of Phoenix. And then we're coming across the street to the electric power RV spots. These are only $14 a night, which is not bad. And they do have plants in between. See some nice big ocotillo and yuccas. They got a covered picnic area, water and electric. But these electric sites are all just right here together. Boom, boom, boom. Not bad for $14 a night though. I'll give you that. And across the road over there is number 20. And it's a walk-in site. So I'm guessing the fire ring and picnic table are up that hill. And you just park down here at the road. That one's number 20, so obviously tent only. And there's one more down up the driveway. We'll go drive down to that one. This is site number 21, Draco. Pretty ominous, but looks like a pretty nice site. Just that there's no place to turn around. He's still walking up the hill. I'm guessing it's right behind these boulders. This one down here is number 22. Looks like a nice sized camper could fit here. It's definitely wide enough. But you do have that shared driveway, so you gotta make sure you're not blocking it. And this is 24 Hercules. That's kind of a nice site. It looks pretty flat actually, even though it's on a curve. I'm not sure how you would pull into it. You can see the hill here. It's pretty dramatic. And this is site number 25, Crab. It's another one that you can get any RV in. It's a little close to the road, but look at the cool rock formation. It's huge. Massive boulders and a big walkthrough up there. This one's number 28 and it's a circle pull through, it looks like, on the outside loop. I don't think you can get all the way through. Now we're coming to the North Pegasus Campground. It's still part of City of Rocks, but it's in a separate area on the north side. There's only like 5 sites here, so they're all in this little loop. So this is number 15, and it's got a nice big parking spot. You can get any size RV here. It's not level, but this spot over here looks level. That might be where they intend for you to park. There's your picnic area. Pretty nice. I think Ron could get our camper in here. Looking back from here, you can see how far we are from the main part of the campground. It's not really far, but it's a good walk. Okay, all you people with gigantic Class A's, I found your site. This is massive. Look at this huge driveway. There was a car camped here last night, and they didn't even have an RV. They had 2 tents and had them set up here in the back. How cool. Oh my God. Look at this little fortress. And look at the views. And there's a view back to the regular campground. There was another site just on the other side of those rocks, but there are people there, and we didn't think it was nice to videotape. So we're gonna skip that. And this is number 18, and it is huge. It's big enough to put any kind of vehicle. You are sharing, sort of, with somebody over there. But that site also looks very large. You could put any size on these. Well, here we are at a different site. We could not get into that other site. So I'm on hold, waiting to get the campsite switched. This is number 35, and it is on a driveway where you'd have to back in a little bit. You'd have to have a small camper, but you could probably fit it in. This is a really nice site, 34. It's got a nice big shade tree, and it's got a big area to turn and get your camper in right. I would definitely take that site. So here's the site we originally booked on the website, and it is a nightmare. I wouldn't recommend that for anybody because there are two huge pothole ditches as you're coming up where we almost bottomed out. And then when you get to the campsite over here, that's a big slope that's solid rock. And you can't back your camper up there. So you'd have to leave it down here. And then you'd be blocking that campsite. So this campsite, number 32, isn't bad in itself. It actually looks kind of nice. But since you're sharing the driveway with that awful site, I don't know. Online it said it was a 40-foot drive. Well, it's 40 feet driveway up the hill, but there's no place to park. Not that one. Well, we had our lunch and a nice break. Now we're doing more of the campground views. This is a site just north of our site. We're guessing it's number 30, but it's kind of hidden away up this driveway. There was an RV here last night, but they checked out already. Yep, number 30. And it was probably a 25-foot RV, a Class C, and they got in here just fine. This is nice. Says it's occupied still, but so this is the next one going north, number 29, Aries, and it's got a nice pull through here. Really nice. I like the rock formations back behind it. Pretty cool. And this big shade tree. It's got a nice U-shaped pull through. Super nice. This is site number 41, Leo Minor. It's got a nice little wall step up with a picnic table up against the rocks. It's Got a little bit of a driveway, but you could get a camper up here. It's not very level, but you could level it probably.
Yeah, you could level this.
And back behind there, it's got a separate driveway, is another Leo, it looks like from here. So that must be Leo Major. Up this loop is Sagittarius. I think it's a U-shaped loop. Across the street is number 37, and it is just a pull along, so you're right next to the road. That would work if you're in a pop-up van or a Class A, but it would not work for anything else. Maybe a tent. Maybe there's a spot for a tent up there. Ron's gonna walk over and check it. He says there's a spot for a small tent, but that's it. You're right on the road though. And this is Leo, and it's got a driveway. We just drove up to get to it, but it's kind of got a slope to it. You might bottom out in your camper coming up here, but you could back in, and it's just very sloped. It'd be hard to get level here. Here is 39. It's got kind of a bumpy ride up, but if I turn around, you would have to park a camper over here maybe.
That's gonna be where the truck's at.
Yeah, where our truck's parked. So you're not really in front of the picnic area. Kind of odd. But a tent up there. Hey Ron, a tent right there would be awesome.
Yeah. Or you'd have to back up over. What's that?
This is number 45, and it's a non-reservation site. And look how cool this is. It's got a bench. It's got a picnic table back here. And it looks like you're in the middle of Stonehenge. And the drive up to it looks like the top here looks pretty flat. Granted, you're across from the City of Rocks, so you're on the outside loop. But hey, what a cool site. This is probably in shade most of the day. So we pulled up the hill, and right here is one called Lynx. What number is that, 45? 43. And then, oh, 42's right over here. This would be a bear to get up. There's a big dip here for a camper. Yikes. Yeah, there's not enough room to get a camper up there. That's Lupus. I wouldn't take that one anyway. Site number 44, Libra. This is site number 44, Libra. And it kind of looks like there's a drive up to the other one. This isn't... I wouldn't take this. It's pretty close to the road, and it looks like you've got to be right up against that rock wall to be level, or sort of level. See if we can see another one up the hill. I can't. Yeah, there. I see a red sign on the right. City of Rocks. What an understatement. So that concludes our walk around of all the campsites at City of Rocks State Park. So this campground belongs to the New Mexico State Park System, and the sites are $10 for the dry sites and $14 for the electric and water hookups. And it is only open to New Mexico residents right now. That is by order of our governor. That will change, I'm sure, at some point. So this is only available for New Mexico residents during COVID. This is October 2020, and yesterday was the first night that camping was allowed. So if you found this video or the other video helpful, the information helpful, please give us a thumbs up, and it really helps our site out. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. We're trying to hit as many campgrounds as we can in 2020. And as I always say, get out there and hug a tree. Or at the City of Rocks, you can just hug a rock if you want. That's cool too.